Sure. We'd love to hear what Delnaz has to say.
Okay, hi everybody. So I would just like to share my experience while going through this meditation. So at the beginning, when we were talking about converting from human form into a tree form, and then going into the earth and connecting with the earth, I just had tears in my eyes and they were literally falling down my cheeks, and I was just feeling a lot of hurt and pain. And it was like, the earth was saying that I've been taken for granted way too much, and it is in a lot of hurt and pain. So I was just crying during that point of time. And yeah, I could see myself as a tree, not in a forest, but in an open ground area is what I could see myself. It's a bark which was broad based. My um, leaves were green in color, and I didn't have any flowers, no fruits. It was just filled with squirrels and birds, and I had children playing down below it. So that is what I could remember from the experience which I had. Um, yeah, it was wonderful. Otherwise, even meeting the angel guides was very nice. I could see my dog pet, who's no longer there, but I could see her very clearly as my angel guide all throughout. And yeah, a couple of things I could also see. I don't remember all the dates, but I could definitely see one of the days when it was very rainy. One of the days, I think 19 December, I could see myself coming and celebrating my parents' anniversary. Yeah, these are the few things I could remember and I was wanting to share. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was amazing, Delnaz. There's Kamalika is saying, lovely experience. Felt it was long, but kept going with it, enjoying all the things that were coming up. Thanks.
Thank you.
Aakriti is saying it was calming and peaceful.
Thank you.
Does anybody would like to come alive? Would Nirja like to talk about her experience? All right. Leena, would you like to share? Let me unmute you. I'm unable to unmute Leena More.
Leena More can unmute herself and then she can share the experience.
Yeah.
Hello, Leena. Hello. We can't hear you. Leena, can you speak loudly? We can't hear you.
We can't hear her. Can't hear you. Leena, we cannot hear you. Trusha, would you like to share? You'll have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
No, actually, I was not there entire session, so thoda sa beech mein disturbance aa gaya tha.
Okay.
No problem. You can share whatever you'd like to share. It's okay.
Yeah, but till halfway I was there and it was very calm. I could feel the tree, like, my arms and all. And some parrots were sitting on my arm. And it was amazing. Like, snake is coming, but I was not afraid of snake. Normally we do that. But it was an amazing experience. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks, Trusha. Neha Ved would like to share. She can unmute herself.
Hi.
Neha Ved, yes.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi. So it was a very wonderful experience. when you told to get rooted like a tree, so I could just root myself deep down, and I got the message that uh, be rooted, have faith, and
Light.
keep asking. I got the message. Then when I came a tree, so I could very clearly see a guava tree. Um, so this is what I got. And as an animal, I could very clearly see a deer. It was just coming so I mean, I could just see deer and elephant also. I could see. I saw parrot, and when we were talking about angels, I just felt that I could see my nanny um, as an angel. I mean, I just thought that and my granny, my mother's mother, I could see her as my angel guide. This is what I experienced. Thank you so
Most welcome.
That
And
was
Neha, you could always connect to your grandmother and ask her if she has a message for you.
Yeah, sure. I will do that.
And also remember all the animals you saw, they could be your guides, or they could have also been one of your past births too, which you could have seen.
Okay. I just felt so when I saw that, I just felt was that my any of my past births? This is what I felt when I saw those things. But then I just went with the flow.
Yeah, it could be. It was like, it is like everything, all your births are there in your own DNA, every information of yours, your past, present, your possible futures. I won't say like if all those who saw 2030, 25, I'm sure someone will, they're possible futures. Okay, it depends upon your walk. Okay, but all the information is within your body. Remember that. All everybody, please remember this. It's like we go to an astrologer. The astrologer sees our hands and tells us what it is. Okay, this someone takes a birth chart and does our calculations and tells us. So where is the information? An aura reader reads the aura and tells us. So all the information is within us, and every human being has the potential to tap into the information, whether it's an akashic record or karmic record. Every human being has that potential because it's within you. Only you do not know how to tap into it, and that's what we guide you into and facilitate that. That's all. But all the information is within us. So does that make sense to you, Neha?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
joining us.
And thank you for sharing.
Sharing also. Thank you for sharing. And everyone, please don't feel shy. Please don't go back with, saying, oh, I wish I could have shared, but I was feeling, what will people think? Don't do that. We are not here to think of anybody in any way.
Can I share? Can I share?
yes,
Can I come on next?
yes, yes, please.
Yeah.
You can put
So
on your video also.
yeah, I'll put on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'd like to share that when I was in the tree in the forest, I was really not in the forest like Delnaz was sharing. I was in a big farm. It was like a field, and there was a village, and um, I was a mango tree in the village, and I don't know. I have this real, something with the mango trees. Very strong connection. So I was the mango tree. I was big and luscious, and there was a swing on my tree, like a rope swing. Those children play, and the children used to love playing on me, and and that was a very happy moment. It was really very nice. And then when I went into the animal thing, then I perceived myself as a cow, and that was very emotional because I was really disturbed because they took my calf away. So that was a very disturbing, very emotional moment for me. And yeah, so that's one thing. Then another thing that I felt was that I perceived myself like a, again, a village, very old person in the village with a white turban and very frail, but nothing else about that. Then lots of things came up, uh, and when I was looking for animals or things who are supposed to say something to me, I got connected to a little sparrow. When I had just learnt Reiki, there was a sparrow that got hurt right in front of me. It banged into a fan and fell down, and I gave Reiki to that little sparrow, and she came. Suddenly I remembered her, and she just came, and I, had, and then after that she started getting better, and she used to come every day right there, just to take Reiki from me. I had just forgotten this incident, and it just popped up, and that was a very nice, very beautiful moment. And she was telling me I love you and thank you. And then I asked her, that were you able to sustain after Reiki? So she says, no, I passed away after a few months. So few months, she lived. um, and then I asked her that, is there anything you want to tell me? So then she said that all is going to be fine, don't worry, have no fear. So that was really beautiful. So,
Thank
yeah.
you for sharing.
That was a very rich experience, Taru. Thanks for sharing. And those were very beautiful nuggets that you shared, vignettes about your experiences.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank you
lot.
for making me have these experiences. Very enriching.
Very enriching, yes. Let's move on to Tarika Singh. She has something interesting to share. And Mala Roy will be next. Would Tarika would like to come online?
Namaste, everybody. Wonderful to hear your voices. Thank you for guiding us through this amazing experience. My mother and I came in with an open mind and an open heart. And for me, it was very like a occurrence of emotions as well as lots of snippets. But in short, I think the womb part touched me a lot because with all the differences that me and my mother are facing, and we are trying to heal our differences, it was a very deep connect with the way your voices guided us. And for me, were the angels came quokka parrots that occasionally, I mean, always, every day they visit us in the garden. So the angels, their voices were here. I don't know whether it was a coincidence, but I heard that. I'll just ask my mother if she wants to share anything. 1 second, my mother's just. Thank you once again.
Namaste, everybody. As Tarika says, I'm a mother. And me too, ma'am. I went back, and my angel guardian was my mother, where I could not meet her for 17 years, and she passed away. And now I just connected to her, and I felt her smiling, and I was telling her that, I'm very sorry for not meeting her. And then slowly she disappeared into my husband, who just passed away last year. And then as I was talking to him, he entered into a spiritual God of who I follow. And after that, everything was so pleasant. I'm still on the mountain roof. I have not come back because he said, you go do your work. I'm waiting for you. That's all. Thank you so much. It was very nice.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing yourself. Thank you. It's beautiful to hear you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was indeed very, very deep. It was very emotional. Let's move on to Mala Roy. She met her dog, who's no more. Would you like to share, Mala? Would you like to come online and share?
Yeah. Hi. I
Hello.
was late, so I was not able to really connect so deeply. Like I don't have the same experience that the others have. But still, I was very surprised that my dog came to welcome me, and she was wagging her tail after so long with the same excitement, which was nice, because as if she was waiting for me. So this was, I felt good, because as if she was waiting for me. And then of course I picked her up, and this was a nice experience. And then as for the animal part, I saw myself as an elephant in the lake, and there was this waterfall. I was having a bath with my trunk. This is what I think. And I think I saw my mother also in a white sari, but I was not able to really connect. But this is what I saw, and not much, that's all. But it was nice. Thank you.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
And that's Shruti's mom here. So Mala, Shruti, mom, hi. Good to see you.
I've been trying to, and today finally she got me hooked to this. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mala. We can move on to Snehal Sriram.
Sure, please.
Would she like to come online?
Yeah.
She had a beautiful experience about with a tree. Snehal, can you unmute yourself and join? She may not be with us right now. She says she felt peace and calm within. She was a beautiful forest it was, and when you asked about the year of the tree, 1937 came up. My animal guide was a deer, almost like a gazelle, and my pet also has a face like a gazelle. Unfortunately, the meditation was interrupted due to someone coming home. Thank you for the beautiful meditation. Is she back with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Great. Do unmute yourself. Come on video as well if you can, if you're comfortable. Cool, Snehal. We can see you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. It was a nice experience overall, and unfortunately, initially I had some login issues. So when I came in, it was already, the meditation was underway, but I could very quickly get into the mode, and I visualized myself as a big tree. A beautiful forest it was, really beautiful. Like, the mossy ground and everything. And I was a very tall tree. And when you asked to communicate with the other trees, so I just asked the year when they came into existence, and came 1937. And I was thinking that, this is really an old tree. And then, so it was nice. The animal guide, when I transformed into, so it was like a deer with a kind of a little, that very alert, fearful type of look. And very interestingly, my pet, her ears and generally the way she keeps her face is also like kind of like that. But I could not really do much of communication, as in I couldn't get the message because there were like multiple interruptions, and I was not able to go inward. So it was very nice. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Snehal. And we'll be putting the guide communication and the implants on the Wisdom Center, and maybe even on the Compassion if they would like to. And you all can do that every day, and you'll be able to connect. Okay?
That would be awesome. Lina More,
Yes,
she
yes,
just couldn't connect with us earlier. Can
yeah,
she? I think we
yeah,
can hear her now.
yeah. Can you hear? Hello? Hello?
Lina?
Hello?
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yes, yes, we can.
Yeah. No, good
Can
evening,
hear you.
everyone. Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening.
Yeah, yeah. The meditation was very beautiful. I could connect at the moment when in the forest. When you asked for be in a tree, then I got the kadam tree, and when you asked to connect with the other tree and trees and communicate, then many banyan trees were around, and the deep its leaves going deep and deep and deep around with the good flow of energy. And when the animals, suddenly I saw the elephant moving very smoothly, and then the deer coming slowly, plus a snake with a golden, like having spots, like, and moving slowly around the tree, and all the three together with the squirrel passing over. Then suddenly when the dew drop, when you ask for the ocean, the dew drop on the leaf, and when this same dew drop falls in the ocean and alone in the ocean. Then when for the guided angel, I could see only the golden light around and the vibration on my hands and all over the body. And the whole body was getting relaxed and relaxed and relaxed. So I enjoyed in this way.
Thank you for
Hello.
sharing.
Thank you. Thank you very much for giving us this an opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, Dipti Sharan Shukla is saying that she was very moved. She's having goosebumps by just listening to Taru. And she felt that she was very much a part of the same journey. Thanks, Dipti. Next we come to Neha Malunde. She was afraid. She's afraid of water, but she saw herself as a turtle in the ocean. It was an amazing experience. Would she like to talk more about it, Neha? If she's still here. Okay, she's not here right now.
Okay.
Supriya Bhosle she liked seeing Poonam's Rohini and Shruti after a year and enjoyed the session. Okay, I think we're done with the feedback. Anyone else would like to share? Should we unmute everyone?
Sure, go ahead.
Sure. I think we have the time, so anybody wants to share?
Anyone wants to ask questions, share, give us an honest feedback, truthful. Everything is welcome. Please don't feel shy. Don't go back incomplete with any dog. So everything is welcome.
And everybody's experience does not have to be dramatic. Sometimes you just sense a lot of energy. So you can even talk about that.
Yeah. There are times like even when we are just now sitting, it's like, there's a calmness. There are times you don't feel like speaking, it's just absorbing everything. Whatever it is, please feel free, everybody. Even if you're just absorbing, we are fine with everything.
So I would like to share. I am Shivesh.
Hi, Shivesh.
Yes. I would like to share that imagining myself as an animal, I saw myself as a dragon, which was a lovely experience. It felt really nice flying around in the sky. Over the world, no boundaries around, nothing to stop, no human contact, nothing at all. So it felt really nice. And during the guide communication, I felt that I was talking to my mother, and there are a lot of conversations I realized I've been talking to her, but today what hit me was so beautiful that I've not had so many conversations with her when she was alive. And today when I told her that, she's like, you've done that with me, don't do that with anyone else ever. talk as much as you want. Whatever's in your heart, let it out. So that's something that really has hit me today. And so what is in my heart, I want to tell you guys that this is a lovely, lovely time I'm having on this webinar. And what is getting me even more happier is that everyone, whoever is sharing their experience is so wonderful. So it's just feeling so nice. So thank you guys. That is one thing I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Shivesh.
Thank you.
Like to share my experience. This is the first time I am here and I've joined you guys. My name is Malini and I teach healing modalities. And today, when this webinar started off with this meditation, I felt that that 6 months part, in that 6 months part, I felt that the earth has dried up and there are different cracks in the entire earth. And now from past 3 months, it is all healing up. It is making people more immune and stronger because there is less pollution. And that is how people are going to fight off this virus, this deadly virus, and they will win. And after that, when we continued with the meditation, I saw myself as a parrot, and it was beautiful to be in that jungle. And the animal I connected to was elephant. And after that, I was in theta state. I believe that I was watching a lot of dreams. I was watching it all as it was getting guided. But once it ended, I really couldn't remember anything. But it was so relaxing at the same time.
Was this the first time you had such an experience, Malini?
Not the first time. I've been into guided meditations a lot of times. I do guided meditations as well, but it was very different today. Like watching all that jungle and being there and being a part of that jungle, and then watching myself as a bird, then as an animal. This was something very different.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Malini.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
I would like to share.
One more thing I would like to ask is that please tell me the name of your Facebook group so that I can join you there as well.
Yeah, I'm sharing that in the chat box. Yeah, Malini?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Let's move on to Aakriti Rao.
So I actually joined the session 10 minutes late. So after I joined the session, when I was doing the meditation, I was in a forest and it was filled with a lot of trees, and there were mostly only trees. There was one bird and one wild animal, and then I turned into a monkey. I don't know why, and then nothing happened. I was just staring at the wild animal, and the wild animal was staring back at me the whole time. And then during the time when the time when the guardian angels were called, I kind of saw my guardian angels in my imagination. They didn't actually come, but I could feel the presence of my guardian angel in my heart and kind of around me. It was very peaceful and very calming experience I had.
Wow. Thanks, Aakriti. Thank you. Anybody else?
Madam, can I speak?
Yes.
Hello?
Tsering.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I really enjoyed the meditation. It was really a very good feeling, and it was really a different type of experience. Initially, I thought, I will not have this, I will not be enjoying. But as I went along, I really had a different feeling, and I really enjoyed thoroughly. In between, I almost slept off also. But again, I regained, and Then I felt the whole experience very, very touching, and I enjoyed. I, I thought uh, I thought only ladies were there, but I saw a male also speaking and sharing his experience. And I'm from Arunachal Pradesh, very close to the border of China. And we also do meditation in our own style. But the experience was a little different. It took me to a different level. It took me to a different world actually. I I thought I was living in my last birth, something like that. I felt, and it was very spiritual feeling. I thank you all for this, giving me this opportunity, and for making this experience very, very enjoyable and very, very fruitful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Tsering.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Anyone else? Okay. I've shared the Wisdom Center handles and the URL in the chat box so everyone can look it up. In the meantime, would Poonam like to run through the idea behind thinking about the tree and transforming to the year and asking for messages? Is there some insight you can throw into this type of a guided meditation?
Yeah, so what happens is, let me start. Kryon is basically, it's a channeling, it's a life channeling. It's like, I don't know what's going to come up. None of us know. When we sit in front, we are just these empty bodies who allows the universe to speak through us. Okay? And what happens is, actually, if you look at it, if I had to give a simple explanation, that, we have actually come on the earth. So that means wherever we come from, we are all one together. And then we come into our identities through the womb or whatever we take on. Okay. But all of us is this evolution of everything. So we have been and if you look at it, we were barbarians. Okay. From the barbarians, we evolved into everything. So when you actually enter how we guide you through different workshops, you actually come to who you are. You are, I am the universe. You actually experience that. And when you start living from there, you may have fears, you may have sicknesses, but you will know that you are looked after well. Okay, it's like I said, I'm on earth. I have to complete, this body is a vehicle to complete whatever I needed to complete. And then like the seeds of Bodhi or Buddha is in every human being, So, but when we start walking this path, what happens is you actually start learning what is detachment, not out of anything, but detachment out of love. It doesn't mean I forsake my family or anything, but I'm detached because I can say today I am my body, my mind, my soul. I'm not my body, my mind or soul, whatever it is. But the question is, when I connect to myself, I feel I'm completely there, which we feel we have actually not been able to connect. So when we go on Tirth Yatra or wherever we go to the temples, we are always, whether we have a drink in our hand, whether we are quiet sometimes, all of us know one thing, that there is something missing. There is that dot missing on this universe. And that dot is what everyone wants to connect to. And that is our own higher self. Every human being, every human being, when you're quiet, at some point in life will know that there is something more in this world, but where do I go and connect to that? And that is where you connect to yourself. So you're not a crutches, but you become that wisdom, that center. And as you walk, knowledge turns into wisdom. Otherwise, knowledge is a useless tinsel, they say. And that's when you start walking, everything will come up for you. Your attachment to money, your attachment to fame, property, sex, everything will come up. And then how can I let go, knowing that there's an actual world there which is peaceful and complete, and attachment is just here, but everything is available to us. My career is available, my finance is available to me, my family is available, people who have left They are available because only thing is you can't see them because they don't have clothes. They don't have the earth body, but they are in service to us. So everything is available to us. Even what we say today, business have closed down. Okay, businesses have closed down. No, careers would have gone today. Careers have gone. People have lost their jobs. No, it's not. It's that something new. You just have to tap that. Okay, today I'm alive. That was what had to go. That was my karma. There's a new. Every human being has their abundance. There is no human being who doesn't have their abundance on this planet. Every human being has their abundance. But yeah, how do I connect to my abundance? Like, I was a CEO of a company. I had my own business before I came into this work. Okay, but the moment I connected, a whole new world came up. Did I have my fears? Oh, I had a lot of fears because we are educated. I've done my PhD, MS, everything. And you say, really? There's another world there? Yes, there is. That's why we pray to God. Otherwise, why are we praying to God? What is that prayer? That prayer is a vibration. We know that there is something there. That something is nobody there, but it's my own higher self. And we invite everybody to connect to their own higher self and walk their path. That's us, what you all connected. What we did today was, I think little of everything just for you to experience that we are one. Okay, that's what. But when you enter the workshops, the whole thing comes into shape. Even your childhood, how the childhood shaped you. Okay, how you can free those. If you have fears, how can you free your fears? You have any sickness, whether it's HIV, whether it's anything. Like I said, just 2 days back, I got a vertigo attack. There is nothing to hide. I have a human body. It goes through things. So then your house is there. Okay, how do you allow the house to be like a temple? Because the human body is the biggest thing in the house. And that human body, when it connects, how does all your seating and your house placements take place? So there's everything, we are all that connected. But the moment you connect, everything falls into place. And that's what we say. We've actually angry, all of us are angry. If you see all the anger and rage, if I ask for peace and calmness today, that means all that is inside of me will have come out. I cannot say peace and calmness come to me when under the calm there's anger, hatred, jealousy, meanness, or whatever. Are they wrong? They're not wrong. Nothing is wrong. I just have to convert that into a better way. That's all I have to do. Did I have envy? Of course I had envy. How do I do that? Okay, how did I shift my envy? I shifted it saying, okay, मेरे को ये jealousy है, तो मैं कैसे provide करूँ ये part? When I'm jealous, when I do not have something which somebody has, how do I become a provider in that? So how do you shift your emotions to that? And is it a one-day show? It takes time. It's taken me 22 years to walk this path. Can I say that I was an egoistic person? If I can recognize your ego, that ego exists within me. If I can recognize your jealousy, that means jealousy exists inside me. If I can recognize your love, that means love exists inside of me. Calmness exists, everything exists. But how do I come to that? Is the work what you do. So that's what I would like to say to all. And it's like, there's a logical way to the entire universe. We just have to attach it. So it's like this. We came on this earth. We were taught physics. We were taught maths. 2 + 2 is equal to 4. Now, suppose you did not know your basic maths, how would you know your geometry? You would not know your geometry because you need the basic of maths. In the same way, we came into the physical world. But metaphysics is where you came from, because you came to an already provided earth, which has wind, which has water, which had food, which had everything. The world came in first, and then the human beings came in. But the human beings didn't come in. Where would they be? Floating. That's why we asked. In 2030, maybe I'm not there. Okay, but has the earth stopped? No, the earth will go on. Okay, so the earth is.
There is a very, can I interrupt you? Or?
Like when we go to the moon. Yeah, I'll just complete this. So I cannot earth body. Yeah, go ahead. Please go ahead, Nita. Yeah.
Okay, there's a question. from Shruti Thatte. How do we know we have a connection with the universe? Any sign, sound, feel? How can we affirm our
Repeat the
connection with the
question.
universe? How do we know we have a connection? How do some of us, how do we affirm our connection with the universe? Is there a sound?
1 second. How do you know you don't have a connection? You give me that part. How do you know you don't have a connection? Any sound, feeling of that you don't have a connection with the universe?
Maybe sometimes, you feel disconnected.
Yes.
And when you want to go back to your, to balance yourself, you know, which is the faster way to reconnect and feel protected. You know, there are times you feel disconnected and vulnerable.
Yes. Very true. So all of us many times feel disconnected. You know, we feel disconnected. We also feel we need to go off from the earth. Okay. We all of us have that tendency, the suicidal tendency, human being has it. There is no human being, if you ask anybody even here, that if they've not had the suicidal tendency in childhood. Why? It's not the suicidal, it's just that I want to go back home. And people die of cancer, people die of AIDS, people die of falling off or hanging, whatever has been the last phrase that we're hearing. They are all different forms of death. People leave their bodies also suicide. Okay, so everything is a different form of death. Okay, and what is the thing is, I am tired here. I'm tired. I want to go home. And then again, after a break, I will come back again in another form. And my question is, there's no need for you to go. You can be complete. And how you can get connected is, like we said, please connect to your guides. Today, we've given you your guides. Lee Carroll has written the Kryon book 1. Please, my request is to everybody. It's not our book. It is Lee Carroll, who's a channel, who was in USA, who got this book. He didn't even know us. And he said there will be 9 channels in the world, which is like the what do we say? The 9 Navgraha. Okay. And one of the channels is in India, which is us. Okay. So it is like that. So Lee Carroll, did he know us? Does he even know that I exist? Do I know? I know him because he's the one who's written the book. He knows us because of the Facebook or whatever is the thing. Please pick up that book. Please see in that book the way guide communication is given, the way the implants are given, and the way you can connect and not feel alone. You are never alone, let me tell you. Every human being, I've gone through depression too. I've gone through everything in this world, but I'm never alone. All of us go through, we feel that's part of our going through the earth, of feeling disconnected, sometimes feeling love, sometimes feeling sad. All this is part of it. But am I alone? No human being on this planet is alone. And that I want to say to everybody, whoever is going through a difficult period also today, guys, you all are not alone. Even if you're going through, your businesses collapse, your jobs collapse, please look at it from a different perspective and see you all will have new businesses, new income, new work, new family, new experiences. Even if families go away, it is like that much was my karma. Don't take it in any other way, friends. That's a request to all of you today, really.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yes. Priyanka Karande says, this is the first time I have been a part of such a session. I was able to feel myself as a tree and animal and feel calmness. However, wasn't able to get answers when I asked them. Maybe eventually I will start getting my answers at the end. But she felt a rush of mixed emotions.
Yes.
So she wanted to share this. And there's another question from Kamalika Basak. We don't feel connected implies we know what we are being connected. We know what being connected means. When one feels calm, connection established. Is that a sign? Is calmness a sign of a connection?
Calmness at that moment, when you calm yourself, what are you saying? I have gone within me. See, most of the time we are doing outside. It's outside to make our families happy, to prove to the world that we are achievers. Most of us are in that space, And when you say you're feeling calm, you're saying calm. You're not saying, okay, theek hai, meko acha lag raha hai. You're saying, I feel calm. That means what you're saying is, I'm going within myself. and reaching out to myself within me. From my womb, inside my womb, I feel calm. And that's how Buddha used to feel, because the journey is within, not outside. So the more you go within your journey, there will be turbulence, obviously. Okay, there will be storm, but in that storm, there will be a calmness. In the chaos, remember, in the chaos, there's always an order. Chaos is just like today, there's a chaos all over the world. There's an order in that chaos. Okay, so people think it's illogical. No, it's very logically the way things are happening today. And it was always, and it's not that it's happening now. It was created as it was meant to be. It was meant to be whatever we are going through. The only difference is, how do I want to walk in this situation just now? Okay, how do I want to walk? That's the only thing that we have a choice is. This is an event. It's a 2020 is an event. It's a event all over the world, the same event. It's in me. How do I now choose to walk with this event? Do I want to cry, go over the past? I had so much and then I lost so much, or do I want to move ahead? And and see, this is a learning which has taught me something. Okay, how to behave. First is, I'm on the earth as a visitor, how to behave with the earth, which is my landlord. Imagine, we all have properties which are given on rent somewhere or the other. If our tenant had to behave the way we behave with the earth, would you have kept your tenant? So the first is the earth, then our body. When we came on this earth, we were given an empty body. If you look at it, most of us, unless we come from some past disturbances of a heart problem or a legacy, we've come from the past. Just as you would have moved from the past to this birth, you would have carried that. Okay, but otherwise most of us are given an empty body. But when we return the body, when we are going back, we return it with so much of incompletion. We become a lodging and boarding of hoarding and everything. Then what are you saying? That I'm returning back in another form? What did Buddha say? He just emptied. He had the biggest kingdom. Buddha had the biggest kingdom, and he decided to walk his kingdom, saying what? Ye nahi andar hai. Does that mean to leave your husband, wife, family? No. It just says walk within you. The biggest journey is walk within you. Attain your peace and calmness. And everything is available to you. There is nothing in this world which is not available to you. It's yours because it's your box of abundance. It's everything is your box of abundance. And you just have to tap into that. That's all. It's like, Nandita, did we know that you were going to come up with this thing? We didn't know when we met you. Okay? We met what? 3 years back in the hindsight. Look at how it is this thing. It's like, and look at the people who have got connected because of yours. It's you who took charge of it. You are the ones. We said yes, we went with you, but look at the people who got connected because of it. So walk through it. You don't know what the future will hold, but walk with your head held high. Walk with all the disturbance and have that courage. You don't know. And if you ask God for an apple, He's not the one to give you a snake. Would you give your child a snake if your child asks you for an apple? No. When we say we love God, then love God. Don't fear God. Don't fear. And what are you fearing? God is our own higher self. मौला भी मैं, मस्जिद भी मैं. मोहे का ढूंढ रहे बंधु, मैं तो तुम्हारे साथ हूँ. So where are you searching for me? Okay. I am the church, I am the priest. Everything is within us, Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes wonderful sense. It's very deep. Very, very insightful session. Anyway, last Nirupama Roy is saying that she was surprised with her experience this time. She felt herself to be well-rooted, grounded, and in her visualization, she doesn't feel grounded. In actual life, she doesn't feel grounded, but in the visualization, she felt very grounded. So this was her last feedback. And
May I just 1 second. You are grounded. At the moment, yes, we don't feel grounded many times, but actually true, if your feet are to the earth, you are grounded. Your magnets to the earth. See, there's a letter of Einstein going around. the highest source of power is love. We have not discovered that power, believe me. But love, if you actually discover love, as we discover love, without truth, love doesn't exist. That's why we search for true love. Always truth comes before love. The moment you are genuine and truthful to yourself, love will automatically walk in. And the highest vibration is love, because that's the feeling of coming home. So you're absolutely grounded, darling. Whoever you are grounded. Remember that. And you are looked after. Every human being who's here at this moment is because they're wanted by the universe. So please don't feel yourself alone. Yes.
Awesome, Poonam. I think we've kind of summed up all the comments.
There's something to ask a question, and no question is silly. Please see, Aakriti Rao.
Oh yeah, nothing is silly, Aakriti. Please ask questions, no matter how trivial or small you think it is.
And we apologize if we've not answered everyone's question the way they wanted it to be answered.
If you guys still have questions, feel free to send us an email or just message on this chat.
I have sent the URLs. Y'all can, I can reshare the handles. Yeah. So any comments, any questions? Otherwise, we may conclude this session.
We just want anybody.
Can you answer my question? Aakriti's
Tsering
question
is saying it's a very interesting and calming experience. Much gratitude. And I think
Aakriti wants to ask a question.
Aakriti, can you just resend
please
your
retype.
question? Yeah, so we can just send answer it before we conclude. Can I just talk with you?
Please go ahead.
Yeah.
It's easier for us.
Please
to
unmute yourself.
Yeah.
When I was a tree, I did not feel very rooted to the earth. In fact, I was kind of floating up, and usually in my day-to-day life, most of the time I do not feel very grounded. Does that not feeling rooted signify my day-to-day life of not being grounded?
Okay, so fine. If you're not even you experiencing that in your life also.
I was asking me not feeling rooted when I was a tree. I was not rooted. And usually in my day-to-day life, I do not feel very grounded. Does me not being rooted signify me not being grounded in my day-to-day life?
Okay, so don't add meaning. If as a tree you are not feeling grounded or rooted, there could be many things. Okay, I don't know why. Maybe someone cut you at that time and you're still feeling that even now in this birth. There would be many things. Okay, but at the moment, if you've recognized that you even in your day-to-day that you are not feeling grounded, you actually become aware of it today. That even this is going on even in this birth. So how about not going back? I'll give you a simple thing. Tonight when you're sleeping, just go back, and that tree which you felt did not ground, was not grounded, please ground that tree as well as ground yourself. So if it wasn't there today, you can call for a new way of being by actually grounding that tree. You can tie yourself to the tree and ground yourself too. So both the tree and you can feel grounded. There are things which happened in the past. We say, fine, just rebirth yourself. Okay, for this moment, because I want you to feel, I'm not going to give you the whole, just rebirth yourself. If you had a bad thing or a molestation or whatever, fine, that happened because sex is our source, and and everyone has to grow up sexually, and and you have to be touched or felt or whatever it is by the person you want or by not the person. Now if you hold that within you, If you hold that, you will be carrying that for life. Instead of that, just go back and rebirth and say, I am fine, safe and secure. And and this is it. And whatever had to go when, we don't know what was the karma with that person or whatever. I'm just giving an example. And that person needs help, not me. Okay, and go ground yourself. If you want to feel grounded, I cannot stop you from feeling grounded from today onwards. The first thing is to become aware, grounded, and dig your heels and your pole in and say, yes, now I'm grounded. So even and ground that tree also. So that tree also calms down and you also calm down. Okay, Aakriti?
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks for
because at this
sharing.
moment I can't.
I think she answered the Aakriti's question beautifully. Aakriti? Aakriti?
Yes.
You got your answer?
Yeah, I got my answer.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for
Great.
answering.
You're most welcome.
Okay, with this, I think we can conclude. We are way past 8. So I think we can conclude this session. I think all the questions have been asked. So it was a wonderful session to the Kryon team. Beautifully answered. And it was a very different journey. So thanks a lot to your team. We'll be doing more things together with you. And we will, of course, share the assets. You said that you would like to share some kind of a guide on your website. We can share it on Compassion as well.
Definitely.
So thanks to all the participants here. Okay.
Thank you, each
Thank
one
you
of
so
you.
much, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you. What
thank
a wonderful.
Thank you,
Wonderful.
And
Thank you, everyone.
for being
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a
Bye-bye.
beautiful session. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Please do give us your feedback. We would appreciate it if you all give us video feedbacks of this session.
Yes.
We really appreciate it on WhatsApp, on email. You can give it to Kryon at all the links I shared. It would be wonderful. It would really give us a lot of encouragement if you can give it to us.
And a lot of place to grow too, please. Please do that.
And please follow both of us on social media, Compassion and Kryon Wisdom Center.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, Dr.
It was
Rupal, you can
really,
close the session.
really wonderful.
Sure.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.